morning. It's been overnight. This is done. So we can take a look here. They're all still a little proud of the sides, which is exactly what I wanted, because I want to make sure I have some room to smooth things down. Get them flush. That one glued really well. Not a single gap. It looks great, actually. It looks really great, in fact. Alright. Can I just do this? And get a good enough grip on them to take 3 at a time. Ooh, that's the big one. There we go. It sticks up a little bit, but it'll be okay. That one got glued to it. Nice. Very rarely happens. And we have the kerfing in. Not bad. Not bad at all, I'd say. That looks good. Everything here is a bit proud all the way around. That's perfect. It's exactly the way I want it. Yeah, that's pretty good. I like it. The kerfing looks like it came out really good. Really good, actually. Perfect. Alright, we're going to get it set up so that I can flush them to the top, but I have another thing that was glued up to deal with yet, and that is the bridge plate. So we'll just move this over here. Oof, that's heavy. That's heavy. These might not be a pound a piece. These might be a bit lighter than a pound a piece. Little tear or little squeeze out there. Take some of that MDF with it. Grab some MDF removal devices. Okay, so we've now got a really decently fitted bridge plate. We have a few extra bits for when the back goes on. We're ready to get the kerfing flushed up and ready to start preparing for gluing the body together to get the top and the back on there. I think this might be the top. I have to remember which one's up. Yeah, so we're getting really close to that stage, so very cool. That'll happen today, actually. We're going to get this all flushed up next, and then we notch and adjust the bracing to get into these spots. And so we'll bring it back here when I'm ready to flush things together here. Alright, if I remember right, when I did this the last time, I could start with a plane and do some of the basic rough shortening things. Yeah, this has worked fine. Okay, and we'll just bring it down really close. And that's not even close to flush yet. It's just being held off by the other bits. So I think we can do a little around. I just want to make sure I don't have that occur right there. I just got a little tear out that I would like to avoid next time. So I'm going to try to make sure if I tear out, I want to tear out on the kerfing side. I may just switch over to a scraper here real fast. The plane is a little more violent than I hoped. Yeah, the plane's a little too violent, I think. Even if I try with a light hand, yeah, that's too much. It's too much hurt I'm putting on it. So we can go to a scraper here. Alright, that is now flush on both sides. And so now we can start thinking about fronts and backs and setting things up for gluing one of the two on. I think I'm going to do back first. I have to work out, because I have forgotten now, which side is the front and which side is the back. The side with the most curve should be the back. And I'm just sighting down it. It looks like this is the back. Can you see it? Probably hard for you guys to see, but this side has a little more curve down in here. Yeah, it's not as flat. This is a little flatter. Where the bracing goes, it interferes. How about this? It interferes, I don't know if you'll be able to see yet, but it interferes with the kerfing. It connects, it touches. Well, you can't really see that well. See down here where the kerfing meets this brace? I have to notch the kerfing for that in order to get it to sit, and then I have to knock off the bracing as well. Just reassigning my not acquiring, but relaying out, remarking my center lines where they should go. Now we can bring you over, find that center, find this center, and then just move it up and down till it's in a position I like. That one's good. That one's good. Alright, now I can mark everything. We've got overhang all the way around. Yeah, we've got an overhang all the way around, which is good. Easy ones first is to mark the bracing. You don't really need to see much. You can do that almost by feel. That's all good. It's all where it goes. Okay? So we will, anywhere that the line is more than like 3/16, I want to chisel out. So that one's fine. This one's long, that one's long, that one's long. That one's a little long, that one's a little bit long, that one's fine. Because I want to make these nestle up underneath. So I don't want to cut them at these lines, is what I'm trying to say. I want to leave a little bit of length so they go underneath the notches, into the notches I'm going to make in the kerfing. So really quickly, I think we're okay with those actually. I'm just going to set that aside, because the process of making the modifications to the bracing is really fast. And that one claims dullness, so I'm going to go after this right here, and I'm going to leave it right on this cushion because I'm going to be popping on things pretty good. So there's my line. I'm going to move in, you know, a heavy 1/8. And then come in underneath. Like so. And that pretty much has the back ready to go in. We just have to take care of the side now. I'm going to bring it back over here. And I'm going to bring my blocks here to raise stuff up. And I'm going to go get a narrower chisel. And we'll just have to, I need to transfer where I want the cuts on these things. So right there, and right there, right there, right there. There's one here. And these are angled this way. They don't have to be perpendicular to the face that I'm looking at. They're They're actually perpendicular to the center axis. Okay. So then I will come in there with slightly wide chisel, just enough to be on the basically the full depth of the kerf. And then this one here. And then what you kind of end up doing is coming in underneath, bevel up. And you just take out that chunk in between. Some of this is a paring up. Sometimes it's a cutting up, sometimes it's a paring up. Right now it's a cutting up. And you basically just take the kerfing away up to your side piece and just a little here and there. And just gradually notch. And there's been times I've seen them where the entire kerfed block is removed entirely, like fully and truly gone all the way down. And others I've seen that wrap around. I'm going to try for wrapping all the way around it because I think it would look cooler and it's harder to do. And I'm kind of after that challenge, a little bragging rights, you know? Leave yourself a little something to be amazing yourself with. I do this to challenge me. And also, don't go too deep. Don't go deeper than I have to. There we go. I'm pretty sure that one is probably very nearly done. I may need to widen it just a little bit. I'm trying my best to keep it skinnier than I need because I really want it to be snug on the sides. That all seems good. I'm going to flip it back over and see if I can ensure that it all sits. It's all going to glue nicely. There. I'm going to go grab the lid, use my weights to help me here. And this is really just so that there's some weight to get the bend perfect here. There. There. Should be able to just go there. A couple of pounds down here. That all looks good. This is not how I'm clamping it. I'm just using this to test my fit. All right, I think, boy, that's a big task. That's a big milestone right there, being ready to glue on the back. I want to double check everything 10 times, which would then make it not double checking. Does that make it deca checking? I don't know. Deca checking? Okay, so that seems like it's going to go just fine. Yeah, that seems like it's going to go really just fine. You know what? I'm not going to glue on the back yet. I'm going to get the top ready to glue on first since I still have access. Yes. Maximize your access whenever possible, and I sometimes forget, and I almost forgot just now. Yeah, I'm gonna start fitting the top side now. And send it on over and start marking. And pop this direction here. Oh, should have thought of that. Oh, I popped a really good chunk off of the... Well, I can fix it, but oh, I'm angry. Dang it. So we're gonna have to glue that back on there. Shit. Be more careful. Luckily, I'm pretty sure it's all gonna get cut away. Especially if that's where it is. Yeah, I'm 90% sure it's all going to get cut away, but I want to keep it there in case it's absolutely needed. Okay, we're going to dial back our force level here. Slow down. Take it easy. Damn it, that was a bad idea. I thought I heard... Should have thought of that. It's parallel with the grain. It's guaranteed to split. In fact, it's kind of a surprise I didn't blow out the backs any worse than they did. I should have been able... It should have blown those out pretty bad, actually. Okay, and I'm just going to be a human clamp for a second, because that's the easiest way I know to make sure that stays put. Alright. While I let that glue dry and get over my frustration with it, I will notch these, and I'm going to use my brain this time, because I didn't really, not fully last time. I know which direction these lines need to be, so I can transfer them in this manner instead. That looking good. All right. Put all this away. And now I have to decide to actually make, oops, easy. Make the actual call to do the gluing of it up. That's a big deal. Yeah, that's a really big deal. But it is that time, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna stop and think a little bit, but I'm pretty sure we're ready to glue the body up. So I'm gonna take, real quick, the thing I need to do is bevel the top of this a little bit. And so we're gonna do like so. And same on this side. This is an imprecise thing. I'm going to go over to the bandsaw, chop the bevels on it, and then I'll come back with the plane and smooth them out nice. So we're going to switch angles here and do a small little quick cut here on the bandsaw. sorry, had to remake it, and then I messed up the video, so I lost the footage, but I basically made one of these. You start with a square block, cut the groove, cut a couple of bevels, and you're pretty much done. So I've got a notch in here because that's my access to get to the truss rod cover, or to the truss rod, and so that goes down in there. It also means I need a groove in this block for truss rod access. Actually, I think that's a hole. I have to double check that, but this gets a groove for sure, and has a groove now. The other piece I need to do is make a hole in this brace so that there's wrench access there. So I've just basically made it to fit this size, and I'll put this all back together in a second when I go to glue this block on. For the moment, I need to pull the top out so that I can drill that brace. So let's take this guy, and I'm just going to find the center here, and I'm going to drill a hole, and I think I'll just stick the whole mess here in my parrot vise. Alright, one other thing we need to do is drill a hole through the brace right at the center point. I'm going to tip this down a bit so I can see a little bit better. And I'm going to align, so 1/4 inch lamp drill, which is just, it's longer than the normal drill so that I can get it in there. But also, I've got the seam of the book match in here, and I am literally just setting right down on it. And then I'm going to go as slowly as I can. Okay, stay aligned with that. Okay, where's a nice backing block I can use? This will do. Yeah, that'll do. I'm going to have to be very careful here. Whew, broke through. Hopefully not too many splinters on that side. A few, but not bad. Nothing I cannot work with. I should have considered drilling that before it went on, but I'm not sure that would have done any better. So I'm just going to slice these fibers here. And hopefully make this hole less conspicuous, preferably with less of the tear out being problematic. And I'm going to I'll just sand this nice and smooth right here. Grab the glue. I still have to work out access on the top block yet, on where the neck goes in. I'm thinking just a groove. Hang on, I'm going to put a little bit of glue on this leading edge because I want anything adjacent, anything that's near or touching one another should be glued so that they don't have a chance to vibrate. Okay. That's centered nicely. Okay. I think we can get in there with this. I think I can get in there right in the middle with this. But I think I would like and this one. Cinch that one down nicely. Good, good, good. All right. So I'm going to let that glue dry, and that'll take care of that bit. Pencil, and we'll just go, you know, about 1/8 on either side, make it about 1/4 inch wide, maybe a little heavier than 1/4. And just aim for, shifted. About like that. And then we'll do a little bit fat 1/4 inch depth. Stop there. This one is less crucial because the dovetail is going to be over this, but start there, and I've just got to get this thing cinched down somehow. Now, with care and concern, so then I'm going to take my 4mm wrench here and just see how well the clearance is. If it's too sloppy, or if it's too open, too closed, that should be sloppy enough to get in there. Yeah, it's definitely low enough. I think that's fine. I think that's quite fine. It's only going to need to be about that long anyways, because that much of it is getting eaten away. All right, I think all that prep is as done as I can get it. That does it for the top prep. I think we can put the back on now. I think we are now ready for that. All right, let me get cleaned up and get some gluing ready to do the back. Shoot! I screwed up. That slot I just cut here, that's on the back side, not the front. I cut it in the wrong place. So we're going to have to do a bit of a shim / patch first, because that needs to get fixed. Damn it. I wasn't even thinking. At all. Wasn't thinking in the least. Damn it. Damn it, damn it. ×2, damn it. Alright, I'm just going to grab a bit of mahogany, fill that stupid slot in. Alright, so I've cut a little scrap of mahogany, and now I'm just going to make the slot. Oh, shoot, I need a narrower file. We'll just go with a square file, I guess. I need to make the slot a little more uniform and squared. So I'm just going to file it until it's nice and straight. At least on one side, anyway. Just keep test fitting here, because if I go over to my, see, that line seems good, but it's not uniform all the way down. It really wants to go in now. It's very, very close. Very close. Okay, now I'm going to leave that alone. I'm going to get a sanding block here, a bit of sandpaper. I have to decide what grit I want here. Let's go with whatever this is, 150, that's fine. And just gently make it skinnier. Very close. Very close. This is what happens when you get nervous. This is why I'm going to stall as much as I can about gluing this top on, or this body together, because I want stuff like this to be caught now rather than too late. Plenty. Okay. Let that chooch. So I don't have to fart with that any further. Because that was a bad idea. Mistake. It's alright though. We'll fix it. Easily fixed. I'm going to go grab a towel because I've got some squeeze out. This one will do just fine. Handle that. Nice. Well done repair. Alright. Really need to stop and think through everything I need to get glued up. I need to make that slot on the right proper side, proper face now, because where it was wrong. So when that's done, then I'll be able to make sure everything's ready. Okay, sorry. Random stream of thoughts. Alright, been enough time for that glue. I do need to clamp this thing somehow. Somehow I need to hold it down a little bit at least. Now let's try that same operation. Okay, we are in place. There we go. It isn't pleasant, but if I didn't have this handle on here, it would actually be easier. Yeah, so then we can get in, because it's not through there yet. It hasn't reached. It'll reach it right around in here, and we can do stuff. So I'm going to get one this long without a handle to help avoid some of that friction that's going on there. But that'll work. All right. Everything pops into place, right? Right where I need it to, it would appear, without shifting. That is beautiful. Okay, so I know the top's going to be good. That's awesome. So that's awesome. And we can do the back now, I think. I'm a scared. But I believe it is as much a time as anything. It is that. We are that close to being done. I'm in that mode where I'm chicken shit about it. Because I guess it's because I'm scared. Yeah. Well, this is a very final move. Everything you need to do inside the body had better get done now before you start closing stuff up. Putting the back on isn't so much that, because I can still get to it from one side, but having access to both sides is very handy. We're gonna now figure out just how am I going to clamp this thing together. I'm going to do a dry fit first with whatever methods I choose for. I don't think I can get these guys in far enough. Not well. Not in a way that isn't nerve-wracking. So what I'm looking at is how I will glue the back on, or any parts for that matter. And I don't think I can get these clamps. Well, maybe I can. I can kind of get them where I need them. Yeah. They barely have enough reach. I could, in theory, notch the pattern here just a little to get even further, but that actually isn't a bad bit of reach. So I'm going to clean up a little bit here, put some of the cutting implements away, and then get prepared to try to glue the back on. So I'll bring you back here in a second. All right, in my infinite attempts to find ways to stall gluing this thing up, I did notice I had some, there's a bit of a flip there. I had some squeeze out on the glue that I should clean up now while I still have access to both sides. And so I'm just kind of coming in here and chiseling out the bulk of it. You can't really see what the heck I'm doing because my hand's right in my way, but just hitting it like that and just eking out the squeeze out residue without gouging too badly. And then I come in there with a scraper and just try to clean some of this up a bit so that it's not quite so ugly inside. I'd like a beautiful guitar, and part of that beauty could be that it is beautiful on the inside as well. And so, a little scraping action, and I'll just keep going after it here. I've just finally, it took me long enough, decided how I'm going to clamp these things on. This form is perfect, but it needs a place for rubber bands to go. I think if I make another one, I'll actually integrate that into this, but for this, I'll just do dowels by drilling a bunch of holes all the way around this. They do not have to be precise. They do not have to be accurate in the least. They just need to be there, and then I can use my rubber bands. And that I can use to wrap rubber bands around to cinch this little guy. So now I can take my fling that dowel around first. Which was this? This is the front. So you're looking at the back side. I'll probably swing this around at some point. There should not be very much play once we are situated just right. Okay, then that should take care of most of my concerns when it comes to being able to clamp it effectively was the word I wanted. So I can wrap rubber bands around now, which is good. I think I am now as ready as I'm going to be to glue this bugger up. Okay, I've got just a little scrap of 1/4" MDF. I'm going to use that as like a palette, and I'll just glop out a big old chunk of glue now. Got my little foam or bristle brush roller thing here, and I can get it loaded. I'm going to throw down a bit more glue here. Now that it's loaded, I can get the glue I want to apply on. Okay. There we go. Now I can just roll it on and not be nearly so concerned about my time frame. See how quick this is going? Now I've got a big mess I have to clean up after this right off the bat, but I will take quick and even coat over anywhere near the I just said that really weird, the fight and struggle that a brush would give me. It's a little too thick on one side, but I can even it out because the roller was wet. But okay, that is covered in glue. whether I like it or not. Now let's grab our back panel. Okay, the bottom is glued on. Wow, that's freaky stuff. Freaky stuff. So here you are. It's on. It's not going anywhere. I just need to let it dry now. That's going to take a little while, and I'm going to leave it there. Figure. Well, I might as well leave it there all night. It's after 5 now, I think, so I'm gonna yeah, I'm just gonna call it today and go throw this in the water so that it is kept wet, and I'm just gonna call it a day and let this glue dry. I did manage to get everything to seat eventually. It took a little bit more than I was planning on, but it's okay. Heat of the moment with the glue, but it's a box, sort of. Got some air containment of some sort. Now, tomorrow we'll do the front.